L'accord de Paris pour le climat est accepté. Je vais donner la parole maintenant à notre ami Ilhas Marshall.
Thank you, Mr. President. Thank you to everyone for making this historic day possible. Mr. President, I speak to you as a representative of a tiny atoll nation, the Marshall Islands, and a proud member of the High Ambition Coalition. Mr. President, this is a very special unifying moment. In adopting the Paris Agreement, all 196 countries in this room have joined the High Ambition Coalition. We have together grasped this once-in-a-generation opportunity to lay the foundation for a peaceful, prosperous, and safe planet for our children. I want to introduce you to one of them now.
Thank you, Mr. Tony. Yakoyangan kum alep. Greetings to you all. My name is Selina Leem, and I am a small island girl with big dreams from the island of Madro in the Marshall Islands. I am only 18 years old, but for a long time I have felt nervous about my home. I have always been hearing my island is changing, that it's not the same as what it used to be when my parents and my grandparents were growing up. I remember back when I was 6 or 7, my grandpa told me a story about our islands being submerged by water. I had never been scared of the water because I practically grew up surrounded by it. But I remember it was during these moments where I felt immense fear by the water. It dawned on me as I would stand on that only one road on Madro. On my left is water. On my right is water. I am surrounded by water. Maybe it was his way of reprimanding me when I misbehaved, or maybe he was simply telling the truth. I do not know. He never got to tell me, nor did I get to ask him. He told me about how the earth was warming. Even at the young age, I noticed it had gotten warmer. He would say to me the ice in the North Pole and South Pole, where Santa lives, will all soon melt away, and as they melt, the water will rise and soon flood our islands. We used to have king tides annually, but he said they will get stronger and larger and more frequent. And he was telling the truth. The king tides did get stronger, they did get larger, and they did get more frequent. The coconut leaf I wear on my hair and I hold up in my hand is from the Marshall Islands. I wear them today in hope of keeping them for my children and my grandchildren, a symbol these simple strands of coconut leaf they hold. There are many leaders around this room who share with me, with us, this hope of saving our world and are wearing a little piece of the Marshall Islands with them. I hope you keep it and show it to your children and your grandchildren and tell them a new story about how you helped the little island and the whole world today. This agreement is for those of us whose identity, whose culture, whose ancestors, whose whole being is bound to their lands. I have only spoken about myself and my islands, but the same story will play out everywhere in the world. If this is a story about our islands, it is a story for the whole world. Sometimes when you want to make a change, then it is necessary to turn the world upside down, because it is not for the better, but it is simply for the best. This agreement should be the turning point in our story, a turning point for all of us. Thank you. Convidada.
Merci infiniment pour ce que vous avez dit et pour l'émotion très forte que vous nous avez transmise.